The video tutorial for the Papergripper. So we're going to start by doing File, New, Part, OK. And for the first part of it, we're going to use extruded boss base as our command. We're going to use the right work plane, so we're hovering over it. When it turns to orange, all you have to do is click on it. And then we're going to use the rectangle tool. I'm going to draw 3 rectangles of differing lengths. It doesn't matter about their size just now. So we want one about so, one about so, and one about so. Then we're going to use our trim entities tool, and we're going to trim out these 3 lines. That's going to give us the profile, the basic profile of the Papergripper if you viewed it from the side. And then we're going to use smart dimension tools. So first dimension we're going to do is from this surface, so it's a click on this surface over to this surface, and then it's a click and a drag up. Click a third time, and then we're going to put in our size. Now pieces of wood, make them 10mm each, so if we say 30 for total thickness. And then we're going to dimension our other lines. Now these are a bit easier to do, it's just one click and drag. So this one's going to be 150. This one, click, drag, and then a second click. It's going to be 100. And then this one here, to decide this size here, you need to click on this line and this line, and then drag off to the side. And this one is going to be 50. And that's your basic profile for the Papergripper. All you have to do once you've done that is exit Smart Dimension, exit Sketch. It'll flip it around, give you a preview what's going to happen, and then we just need to say what the width of this is going to be. And our Papergrippers are using 60mm width. And we just extend it like so. Now, we can, at this point, we can apply material. So let's apply some wood. So if you go into the Appearances browser, we'll just do that again. So just off to the side, a little coloured ball, Appearances browser, and we're going down to Organic. Hit the little arrow at the side of it. If you hit the arrow at the side of wood, you get all the wood options that we've got. We'll choose something like oak, and we'll do a polished finished oak. If you just click on that, drag it across onto the object, hover when you put this on, just keep your mouse in the same place, and then you get options about how you can place it. So you can place it on face, you can place it on the boss extrude itself, or the body. Doesn't really matter, either of these two really. I'll place it on body. And we've got wood on it now. It's not in the right orientation. There's things we can do about that later, but this will do us just for the time being. Now, obviously to shape it in line with what your designs are, you're going to use a couple of options, and I'll just show you the kind of basic principles of that. So you can use the fillet tool. Fillet tool, lots of ways you can use it. You can use it with a constant size fillet. What that means is it's going to be the same distance from one edge down the way as it would be across the way. So if I click on this edge here, for example, it will show you, if you've got full preview on, what the size of your fillet is going to be. So I can change that. So I can make more. Okay, I could increase it quite radically. So I can do it all the way across. Look at the preview. Okay, so you can change what you've done. Maybe just have a wee experiment first, just to see what you want to do. There's other ways you can do it. You can use an asymmetrical fillet. Okay, so this was using a symmetrical fillet, and that means it's 40mm down the way, 40mm in the way. If you use an asymmetrical fillet, you've got options about what you do. So you can use 10mm down the way, 40mm in the way, and you can change these sizes to suit your design. So if we do 60, you'll see the effect that it has. Okay, so depending on your design, you could measure your design, measure the distance from the corners to each of the features, adjust accordingly. There's other things we can do. So fillet is one thing, so you can do that on any of your corners. So I could do that on, for example, this corner. Just be careful when you select it. Yeah, so I could do a fillet on that corner. I could do a fillet on that corner. I can also do what's called a chamfer. Just show you a chamfer, and I'll flip it. Just show you on one of these ones. So I'm going to do a chamfer. By default, it's on as a symmetrical chamfer type, and that's just using angle and distance. But you could go to distance and distance in the chamfer type. If you go to chamfer type 1, it's just based on a distance there, and it's symmetrical because we've got a degree of 45 in there. So I could do 30 millimeters, hit enter, and you'll see a preview of what's actually going to happen to that corner. The second option in the chamfer type is to do distance by distance. Okay, and you can choose now to do asymmetric, and with this option you can change things. So you could decide to do 40 millimeters here. See what that looks like just by hitting enter on your keyboard, and so on. So changing the appearance, once you've got that basic extrusion done, you can use the fillet and the chamfer tool, they're both in this area here, to change the appearance of your Papergripper, get it to resemble what you've got for your final design. Okay, if you're happy with what you've done, you can save it. And there's things we can do in a later tutorial to turn the wood round about, but for today's purposes, that will do us. Just hit save, and give it a name, Papergripper, and you're done.